What's up, guys? It's a new day. Let's go rake some hay. 40-20 HS rake. Go get it done. So now we're out here. We're gonna finish baling up this bean stubble. We got that raking done, so now we're gonna come over here and bale this bean stubble because it's still cool out. It's not real hot yet, and the dew has somewhat come off. So we got that alfalfa raked up with the dew on, and now we're gonna come out here and bale this bean stubble before it gets blazing hot out, which it shouldn't today, but I don't like baling this stuff when it's super duper hot out. Now, some people will say, why are you baling up bean stubble? Like, there's no feed value in bean stubble, and that's kind of silly, don't you think? And maybe it is, but you can use it as bedding. If you don't have any straw, you can unroll it in the winter and use it as bedding. We're going to use it, blend it with alfalfa and some other feed. As you can see, there's still a lot of shadow in the way. Still a lot of beans in these pods. Like, here's another one, another pod. So there's feed value in that grain that's in here, and there's a lot of grain. There's another one up in there, see it? As well as some grass, because this field used to be CRP and this producer broke it out of CRP, and then of course some of that grass came back. So our theory is we'll put this in a grinder with alfalfa, which alfalfa, if you think about it, has really, really good feed value, and then this has, like, say, poor feed value. We'd like to think that it's somewhere in the middle, but pretend it's clear on the other end of the spectrum, like just bedding. We'll blend them together and have a feed that's right in the middle, which will initially stretch our feed and make our feed last longer going through the winter if we have to. It's more of just an opportunity type thing. I may not end up even feeding these bales this year. Like I said, the producer asked if I wanted to bale it. He has a walker machine, so there's no chopper on the back. He's got the choppers off. He's just laying it in the windrow. And like I said, everyone's got an opinion. Oh man, that's going to be hard on your baler, and there's no feed value in that bean stubble. But what they don't know is that this stubble has a lot. Here's one right there. Has a ton of grain in it. Here's another one. So, and because it was native grass CRP, there's a lot of grass in it. So we're gonna bale away. And at the end of the day, if we just have bedding, it's still cheap bedding because we don't have any straw. We don't have very much straw on the farm or corn stalks. We're not gonna bale any corn stalks, but you can see the grass in it. Decent amount of grass, so we're gonna bale it up. I did a lot of baling yesterday and didn't film. My baler was having issues, and it was Sunday, and I just wanted to get all the kinks worked out before trying to bale and film. So hopefully I've got them worked out, but otherwise I guess we're gonna film them. Here's one of my issues from yesterday. Almost had a bale made, and I came through all this kochia and pigweed and just slugged the baler. Kicked that one out. I'll come back and pick it up on my bale bed. Again, well, it's hard on your baler. You don't want to bale that bean stubble. You don't want to bale corn stalks. This baler is not a new baler. It's got 26,361 bales through it. If I had a brand new baler off John Deere's lot, then, you know, maybe I'd think twice before running some stuff like this through it. But I feel like the pros outweigh the cons. Baled up 32 bales yesterday. You can get 38 bales on a semi, give or take. Typically when we haul out alfalfa and sell alfalfa, a semi load is 38 bales. So I've almost got one semi load here. This is an 80, it's pretty cut up. I got another 40 acres of it to do, and then I'm gonna bale some of my own bean stubble at home. Again, just depending on how many bales I end up finishing with out here. If I end up getting quite a few, I probably won't. But we're also gonna go back to a cover crop, so you know, I'd like to leave that material out there, but where I'm gonna take it off and then go back with a cover crop, I don't know. We're just gonna experiment. The alfalfa that we're on, we raked it yesterday morning. Went over to the baler, finished baling bean stubble on that 80. Drove the baler back to the ranch. We had 40 acres of bean stubble to do. It was still pretty wet. It just looks like a lawnmower went through the bean field. It's pretty green, and it's that way everywhere. It's to no fault of the producer or anybody. It's just the way it is. All these beans are super green stemmed yet, green leaves, but the beans inside are dry. So we came back over here, we parked the baler and serviced the baler, and came back last night and we tried baling at like midnight and 2 o'clock, and it just wasn't having it. It's just way too dry. So we're out here this morning, and now we're probably actually a hair on the wet side, but we're getting it done. It's a beautiful morning out here. chilly morning. Big chances of thunderstorms and hail tonight, so it'll feel good to be done here. See if it's going to give me this error code or not. I'm fighting this.